Welcome to the port of San Francisco. Today we show you around and give you tips so you can avoid stress and hassle
during the boarding and unboarding process.
One of the first things you need to understand is where is your cruise ship departing from. Located on the Embarcadero near Fisherman's Wharf, Pier 27 is the main cruise ship terminal and is dominated by Princess and Carnival. But hold on, there's actually 3 different piers used by cruise ships. This video is about Pier 27, the main terminal, but we want to make you aware of the others. A couple blocks away is Pier 35, or sometimes called 35S. It's like overflow parking when there happens to be 2 ships in San Francisco at the same time. It's mostly for in-transit ships that don't originate in San Francisco. Much farther away is Pier 3032. This dock doesn't have a permanent terminal building. Okay, back to our featured Terminal 27, located right below tourist attraction Coit Tower.
When a cruise is in port, the traffic gets pretty heavy.
Pro tip, arrive the night before if you're flying in. Of course, most people take Ubers or taxis to get to the pier. Allow extra time because the road does get backed up. San Francisco locals shouldn't trust Google Maps that says there's parking at Pier 27. There is overnight parking about a 10-minute walk away, and you should make reservations ahead of time. The garage next to Pier 27 does not allow overnight parking.
Whether you're local to the San Francisco Bay Area or flying into San Francisco International Airport, BART or Bay Area Rapid Transit is the quickest and often cheapest way to get to San Francisco. The BART Embarcadero station on Market Street is just a 15-minute walk from Pier 27. The charming F-Line trolley service can take you directly from Market to the pier, but there's no designated luggage storage area and it's usually crowded.
Okay, you're all excited because you're going on a cruise and you probably had a lot of coffee. Your first priority might be, where's the restroom? Look to the separate building at the entrance to Pier 27 on Embarcadero.
The first bathroom that you find in the terminal is after the line to get in and the first security checkpoint. Port security might let you cut in line to use it. You're about to go on an exciting and fun cruise, but first, prepare to wait in line. We're going to tell you about the 4 lines that you wait in before getting on the ship.
So the first thing you see here is a line for baggage. This is at about 12 o'clock. So if you want the porters to take your bags to the room, this is the line to get in and check your luggage.
For a 4 p.m. departure, the cutoff for accepting checked bags is 2:30, and this is 2 o'clock.
This is a big ship, and there's a lot of people getting on and off.
If you want to be one of the first to get on the ship, at 9:45 the line for baggage mixes with those getting off the ship.
Once you've checked your bag, or if you're carrying on,
then you get into line to enter the building and go to the security line. Many cruise lines will tell you to get there at 10 o'clock. So many people do, and the line can wrap around the entire park. Pro tip, arrive at 9:45 so you're the first in line, or after 1:45. Be aware that for a 4 p.m. departure time, they close the terminal doors at 3 p.m. Next, it's up the stairs, escalator, or elevator to the security checkpoint. They begin checking people through security at 10:30, so a bit of a line collects here. The security is like you'd typically find at an airport. If you don't want to be further delayed, know what you can bring on. After passing through security, the updated Ocean-Ready Princess boarding process classifies guests into 3 categories: the green lane, the blue lane, and the accessibility lane.
here's the blue line,
Or green.
and here's the green line.
For expedited boarding, Princess allows you to enter online ahead of time your passport information, your payment method, and your security photo. For expedited boarding, you also need to have the Princess medallion shipped to your home. The medallion is like a supercharged room key. It's used to check you in during the boarding process, but has a lot of other benefits that I'll talk about in an onboard experience video in the future. The blue line is where they help you to do it at the site, and theoretically it's a longer line. We were one of the first 100 to get through security, so these lines may not be representative of later times. There is a special assistance line. There's a conveniently located restroom here by the lines.
Check-in was a complete breeze. We just show our passports and click our medallions and make our way to the gangplank. It did look like Princess had a system in place ready if they needed to limit capacity flow onto the ship.
Ship.
Okay, you know it's coming. Either get into the picture taking or respectfully decline.
One more click of the medallion as you get on the ship and you're officially cruising. We were on the ship by 11 o'clock and our room was not completely ready, but they let us drop off our carry-on luggage. One of the most exciting times of any cruise is the sailaway party, and San Francisco has a special treat of sailing under the Golden Gate Bridge. It's one of those picture-perfect moments. After a wonderful time, the cruise is over and we're headed back into the San Francisco Bay, returning to the Port of San Francisco, Pier 27. If you have the porters take your luggage off the ship, they pick it up the night before and they assign you a disembarkation time. Generally, they assign you a place to meet with the rest of the group in your time period. If you are carrying your own luggage off, you can leave whenever you want. There is a line, but it moves surprisingly fast. One more click of the medallion and you're on your way to customs and immigration. The line is super fast. They use facial recognition as the only requirement to pass through. If you'd checked your bags, this is where you'd pick them up. As you exit, the taxi line is to the left, and under those awnings is where you would wait for your Uber to arrive, and where you catch the prearranged bus transit. If you want to catch your Uber away from the crowds, I recommend Pier 23 Diner, Fog City Diner, or the Levi's Plaza Park.